Good evening, dear friends. Welcome to the Secret Chef channel. When pilaf is cooking at home, everyone can smell it. Today we're making that homemade chicken pilaf, just like mom used to make, with love, patience and warmth, fluffy rice, tender chicken, sweet carrots, and the true taste of comfort. Cold homemade Ayran, fresh Achichuk and fragrant pilaf. This is the true taste of comfort and Eastern hospitality. Stay with me, it's going to be delicious. First, rinse the rice 6 to 7 times in cold water. We need to prepare it for the pilaf. I'm using basmati rice. There are 700 grams here. Gently rub it between your hands like this. Don't rub it too hard. Repeat this 6 to 7 times. The water should be almost clear. And this is already the 7th time. We rinse it again. The water is already almost clear. Now we're going to soak the rice. Devzira and basmati rice work very well for this kind of pilaf. Look how clean it is. Just look at how beautiful the rice turned out. It's very convenient to use a container like this with a colander. Transfer the rice. Add 1 tablespoon of salt here as well. Pour in warm water about 50 to 60 degrees. This is the secret to fluffy pilaf. The rice should be fully covered. Let it sit for about 40 minutes. I am using drumsticks and thighs here. I have 1 kilogram. Remove the skin completely. We don't need it at all. Pilaf turns out especially delicious and juicy with thighs and drumsticks. Chicken breast turns out too dry. You can also cut off this joint part. Remove the excess fat as well. Cut it into convenient pieces. The joint itself shows where to cut. And here are the drumsticks. Of course, if you want, you can cut off this joint part too, but I'm not going to. I've already placed the kazan on the heat to warm up. Here I have 350 grams of onion, and now we're slicing it into half rings. Don't slice it too thin, it will melt down anyway. The onion goes in first. It's the onion and carrots, especially the fried onion, that give pilaf its deep, rich flavor. Let's start frying. The kazan is heated up, and now we're pouring in 180 to 200 milliliters of odorless vegetable oil. We need to heat the oil until it starts lightly smoking. Cut the carrots into strips. This is very important. Into strips like this. There are 500 grams of carrots. Don't grate them. Cut them into strips like this. The pilaf will have a much richer flavor. The carrots are very juicy and wonderful. Done! And now the oil is already lightly smoking. Keep the heat high. Fry the onions until golden brown. Stir from time to time. The moisture needs to evaporate. Don't reduce the heat. We'll need 1.5 teaspoons of cumin. I'll add 1 teaspoon to the pilaf first, then another half teaspoon later, half a teaspoon of turmeric and 1 teaspoon of red paprika. I will be adding hot chili peppers. If you don't have them, add crushed hot pepper flakes like these instead. I am also adding half a teaspoon of ground black pepper. Don't forget about the onions and don't reduce the heat. The onions shouldn't just fry, the moisture needs to evaporate. Keep the heat high just a little longer and they'll be perfect. When the onions are well fried, the zirvak turns out very flavorful. Zirvak is the base of pilaf. Look, the onions have become translucent, very soft and golden. Perfect. And the smell is delicious and nutty. This is exactly how it should be. You also don't want to overcook them because they'll turn bitter later. Now add everything here. At this point, put the kettle on as well. We'll need boiling water for the zirvak. Keep the heat high. Now add the chicken. We need to fry it until it has a light crust. That will take about 8 to 10 minutes. Let it brown. From this moment, let it fry for 8 to 10 minutes. The chicken will release moisture, then it will evaporate, and that will create an amazing flavor. Stir it from time to time. I want to show you. Look how the onions stick to the skimmer. And you can see this is exactly what shows that this is the base of the zirvak. The onions are caramelizing and developing a very rich flavor. This is the foundation of pilaf. I'm explaining everything in detail so your pilaf turns out amazing. Add the carrots here as well. Now this is what we do. Mix everything like this. Now reduce the heat a little and don't touch the carrots for about 2 minutes. They should stick to the bottom a little as well. Add 1.5 teaspoons of salt and the spices. Mix everything well. Look, this is the crust we need. See? This pilaf recipe has been tested for years, so go ahead and make it with confidence. Write in the comments what kind of pilaf you like. Stir gently. Let it cook for another 8 to 10 minutes. There it is, the zirvak. Just look at how beautiful it is. Yours should turn out the same way. Stir very carefully. Now add 1 tablespoon of barberries. So, 8 minutes have passed. The carrots have softened nicely. We're not stirring it too much. Alright, our spices are now blooming and frying in the oil. This is our zirvak cooking right now. Pouring in hot water. We turn the heat to medium, slightly below medium. The zirvak should have about 1 to 2 centimeters of liquid on top. It shouldn't be boiling vigorously. We also add the hot pepper here, along with 2 heads of garlic. I'll leave the full ingredient list with exact gram measurements in the description under the video. We're not covering it with a lid. The zirvak should simmer gently like this for 30 to 35 minutes. Our zirvak is almost ready now. And I'm adding half a teaspoon of ground black pepper and half a teaspoon of cumin. We carefully mix it like this. Look how beautiful the zirvak is. What a great color. This is exactly how zirvak should look. See that beautiful color. This fat is going to coat the rice perfectly, making it fluffy and really beautiful. And now we are taking out the garlic, as well as the hot pepper. Like this, everything is nice and neat. And now we spread the rice on top. The water has already drained from the rice. Now we turn the heat to high and add the rice. Look how beautiful it is. It's become transparent and nice and white. We spread it out carefully like this. Very important moment, high heat. Now we spread the rice evenly. Do not stir it. Under no circumstances should you stir the rice. We need the water to be at least 1.5 to 2 centimeters above the rice. Pouring in hot water. Don't add too much. And now we turn the heat to maximum. Please write in the comments what you usually serve with your plov. Your zirvak should be boiling very vigorously. Once all the liquid has completely evaporated, we'll reduce it to the lowest heat and let it simmer gently. Keep the heat in the middle of the kazan. The water hasn't evaporated yet. High heat. When the water has completely disappeared from the surface like this, then we move on to the final stage. To let the zirvak spread evenly, we make holes like this with a wooden stick or a rolling pin, so everything cooks uniformly everywhere. And now at this stage, you see we gathered the rice a little bit in the center. Like this, so it steams well. The rice is already looking beautiful, but the grains are still a little firm inside. We poke it all the way to the bottom with a wooden stick. Place the garlic cloves here and there like this, and push them down gently, and we don't stir anything. The hot pepper, we cover it with the lid. Close the lid tightly and reduce the heat to the lowest setting. The flame should be almost invisible. Don't open the lid for 25 minutes. I am adding 2 tablespoons of 20% fat sour cream, a pinch of salt, and about 500 milliliters of kefir. The kefir shouldn't be sour. With plov, you should serve a very light ayran. That's why we're adding a little water. The water is ice cold. I added a little ice to the water. Now we need to blend everything. You can use an immersion blender or a regular blender. Add salt to taste. Taste for salt. We add a little more ice water, also adding the soft, tender parts of the dill, finely chopped. Taste for salt. This is how our ayran should turn out. It's a bit thin and runny, but for hot plov, it's absolutely amazing. We're also going to prepare a secret little salad that they serve in tea houses in Uzbekistan. Our plov is ready. Look how beautiful it is. We're not touching it right now. We'll let it rest for another 15 minutes like this. The secret ingredient is the Achichuk salad. Now we're slicing the red onion into half rings. You can rinse it in cold water or even ice water to remove the sharp pungent bite of the onion. I'm not going to rinse it. You can gently squeeze the onion slices, sprinkle them with a bit of salt, and they will release that sharpness perfectly. Just like this, a little bit, very gently. It hits you right in the nose. That sharp onion smell. Okay, this is ready. Now we transfer everything into a bowl. It is best to use very ripe tomatoes. This salad is prepared right before serving the plov, so don't make it ahead of time. It's not dressed with vegetable oil or anything else. We cut it into small wedges like this. Once we've salted the onion, as soon as the salt touches the tomatoes, they immediately release even more juice. So, right before serving, I have 500 grams of tomatoes, half a red onion, a little salt, and I'll add some pepper. Although these tomatoes aren't perfect either, you can see they have this white, tough core in the middle. For this kind of salad, you need to choose sweet, juicy, dark tomatoes without any white veins inside, so they're nice and easy to eat, and we're almost done with everything. While the plov is resting for these 15 minutes, we'll quickly make the salad. We add the onion like this, and right away, the magic starts happening. We chop a little bit of cilantro, not too much. We cut off the stems, remove all the tough parts, and finally chop only the most tender leaves, just a tiny amount. You can also add some green hot pepper to the salad. I decided not to add it this time. It's optional. I'm adding ground black pepper. We add the herbs and a little ground black pepper and mix everything together. And here it is, our fresh, delicious and aromatic Achichuk salad for the plov is ready. We'll serve it traditionally now. It's usually served in a small bowl. We transfer it nicely into the small bowl. Wow, how incredibly fragrant it smells. It's just perfect. Look at this beauty right here. And just look at this plov we have here. It has rested for 15 minutes. Look at this plov. The most important thing is not to overcook the rice. Look at it. It's just magnificent. The chicken is so juicy and delicious. Sometimes just one aroma can take us back to our warmest memories, when the whole family gathered around the table and Mom's plov seemed like the most delicious thing in the world. Thank you for cooking with me. May every home be filled with warmth, peace, and delicious food made with love. If you enjoyed the video, please support me with a like, a comment, and a subscription. This is a huge motivation for me. It would make me really happy. Please share my video with your friends and family and on social media. I'm not saying goodbye just yet. I wish you peace and kindness. Bye-bye.